What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of KittyTheCockatoo Plays Dragon Age Origins. If you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell. So last time we completed Lovering, all the quests there. I think in that video we also did the tower. We did the Battle of Ostagar, where unfortunately we all lost. And we got rescued by Flemeth and brought here. We finished the last video by starting, because obviously the Dragon Age games are built up a lot about your companions. So we started getting to know them all. We finished doing Alistair at the end of last video. So what we'll do is we'll go round, but I might go off and do a quest and then come back to finish them off, because it takes a long time. I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
What then?
When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
The Chantry say the Maker's left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
Believe what feels right to you, Liliana.
Thank you. It's nice to find someone who agrees. I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
So let me know if the audio's okay. If the game's audio is too quiet or anything, just let me know and I can turn it up.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Condescending, how so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your ideas to ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
If you hear background noise, that's Diana, by the way, Mark. Yeah, Liliana's story is very, very interesting.
Yes?
I don't want to spoil anything, but she does have a very interesting backstory. And, she brings a lot of interest. She has a very interesting character arc throughout the games, and she brings a lot of interesting things to them. So what would someone like you be doing in Loverin's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Oh, should we be all charming and be like, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself?
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister. All of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique. because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
Get it on this.
Yes, that.
Seriously? Is she your type?
She's the only gay option in the game. Go away.
That's the type of it.
Diana's getting jealous now.
Want me to have our...
Take the dog out, man. So, what about your fruit? Is it forbidden?
My fruit? I can't believe I'm having this conversation. But no, I did not take vows. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
And why we seek and safe harbor?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Oh, we only got 2 approval that time. So I think, is that
Yes?
all we can do
Well,
Viliana at the
here I am.
moment? Okay, so you can do the tails. She does actually... As she does the tails, you do actually get
Of course I
approval
do.
from her.
I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
But I don't think we'll do them all. I think we'll do a couple, and then I think what we'll do is we'll do a quest, and then we'll come back to do Morrigan and Sten. It would be interesting to know about the Darkspawn, though.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
So it's basically, it's very much like the orcs in Lord of the Rings. Know any stories from Malay?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
That sounds
A
interesting.
long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue, please.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Did she win the tourney?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman. cried he, and slit her throat.
That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Avelin's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Olay so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Alright, so yeah, you've got one approve of that. So in later games they improved this mechanic, because in this game, like, sitting in camp talking to everyone, I can understand that to watch it might not be the most entertaining thing, so we're going to be very careful about how we do it. We obviously need to get through it during the game, and they often have interesting things to say after certain missions, but we're just going to be a little bit careful about it, because I know it can drag on. Now, the other thing you can do to raise your approval is what I'm looking for with other characters is through the gift system, and it's, I'm gonna save it actually there so that we don't have to sit for all that again if something happens. And basically over time you learn what gifts they like and you can give them the gifts. I believe Morrigan is the one who always likes rich things, so a gold rope necklace.
I am grateful.
Honestly, non-stop interruptions tonight. Alright, so she likes them. Oh, I can't remember. I feel like she would like that.
That's
Yes.
a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
I can't remember about that one though. Theo doesn't like gifts. Well, he does, but none of the gifts that we've actually got right now.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Travel necklace.
Interesting.
Tangle's Born of Yarn. Obviously not for her. So she definitely just likes money.
You're a hard woman to find.
To be
Where's your
fair,
manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I wouldn't actually, because you can actually cheese your way through this game. They messed up in the gift system. You can cheese your way through it. But I'm so you don't have to do all the dialogue options. But I'm trying to do a complete run where people can I'm Claire. I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family... well, past is a bit checkered, to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Just tell me what I need to know.
Duncan wanted to reclaim the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak, and perhaps we'll uncover evidence to restore my family's honour along the way. Nobody's been to Soldier's Peak since the Grey Wardens were banished, but I found a way. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous. Will you help me?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
So that's one of the DLC in the game, but I think we're going to leave that for a little bit. 'Cause we might need that to level up later on.
Timely rescuer, Bodon Fennick at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to say, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Never bothered with enchantments, so I'm not gonna lie.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your
We'll talk to him.
discount.
We'll talk to him later about everything. We'll buy a couple of these, I think, just to be on the safe side. Do we have anything to sell? No, not really. I'm not quite prepared to go out of my way and start buying stuff yet. Because, you know, we'll eventually get stuff anyway. Through the game. Right. So, we'll start questing then. And like I say, what we'll do, we'll do some questing, then come back to camp and talk to people, and we'll try to vary it up a little bit so it doesn't take too much time. So we're going to take
Indeed.
Liliana, Morrigan, and
Indeed,
Alistair
yes.
for now. Right, so we've got decisions now. The glowing gold ones are the DLC, except for that one. I tend to like to do the circle. There's a reason I like to do the circle tower quite early, but we're gonna do this one. Sulcher's Pass. This is one of the DLC. Gives you a very unique companion.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Part of your problem?
Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month.
Being quite
Allow me
mate.
to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
I'm Clara, pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
What do you need?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
What's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely? Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
It's fair I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
And if it doesn't?
Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Any loot to be had around here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, bit of death fruit though. Always handy. Yes. Oh dear. Wolves. They're kind of getting boxed in entirely. I kind of like the way that this game does the traveling. The odd Oh my god, our character's just getting mauled to death. I'm not going to use a poultice though. But actually, bloody hell, Alistair's already dead. Oh god, they're all dead. What? I was not paying attention there. I was not paying attention at all. Could do some new remix of this. Oh, what? Don't tell me it's loaded all the way here, so we have to go through that again. Oh man. I thought it would auto-save at least. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm a bit rusty because I haven't played this for a few days now, and
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
I've been playing other games which are just a little bit not like this. I honestly would love a remake of Dragon Age Origins because I feel like it's such a good game, but it is very, very dated now. Like it has a lot of problems.
Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Allow me to introduce my... Sadly, I've had neither. It's a control. Just hold up the rod and say Dulav Gar.
Alright. Right, this time we're not gonna make the same mistake, we're gonna save it this time. My bad. See, I should have used the health poultice there. I forget because when I originally played this on PS3, and the game is a lot easier on PS3 than it is on PC. Like on PS3, you would never die. Like, never had any problems, but on PC it seems to just be that little bit harsher. Oh, something different's happened this time.
How did a child survive that? The crater is still smoking. It's a boy. 5 fingers, 5 toes. That's all that matters to me. The Maker has answered our prayers. Let's go home, Marta, and raise the tyke as our own.
Interesting. Seems that Superman's landed in the world of Ferelden. Do you think Superman can fight the Darkspawn? Some bears who died to wolves. This video's not going very well so far.
Very well.
Oh, that's him completely out of it already.
Now we do battle.
I think I need to put some more points in health to tank.
Enough! It is done.
So I think on the next level up we might put a little bit into health. But to be fair, once we do the circle, what's the one that blocks the projectiles? Once we do the circle, we'll have access to a mage of healing spells, so that would be very useful. Because then we won't be reliant on poultices as much.
Quickly, we must.
That's the one that we wanted to activate. Alistair, you're useless, man. You keep dying. What's wrong with you, boy? Nope. Well then. Morrigan just hit him and he just burst in the eyes. Oh, mages are so strong in this game.
Bruises are all bruised now.
My bruises are all bruised now. Oh, Alistair. I don't know why I never play mage. I think the only reason I don't play mage is because I'm not very keen on the mage's origin. Like, I prefer the city elf origin, so I don't really ever play mages just for that reason, even though, like, in the other games I play mage, though. Oh, so we can't pick that. Mages are OP in most games. Like, That is definitely true. I don't think in Dragon Age 2 when I originally played that one, I think I played a warrior as well, and I don't know why. But this time I'm planning on doing a mage, I think. And oh, I always play mage and Inquisition. Oh god. Oh god, he is not affected by RCC at all. Oh, there we go. Oh Christ. Drink the health potion. It's a good job you bought some of them, isn't it? Alistair's just going through them like saying that right. It's one of the reasons why I want to do the Mage's Circle, because when you go do the Mage's Circle, we're going to get another mage, which it's just very helpful, because if we have another mage, then we're going to have that, one, we're going to have a heal, and two, we're going to have that bit more burst damage, which at the minute we've got 2 warriors, so we're just not dealing enough damage, unfortunately. I don't think we need the 2 warriors. We need another mage for definite.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Well, do it for me then, girl. Thank you. We save it.
Very well.
The alpha should have got some loot. Yes, he does. Maybe it didn't. There's a dead body over here. Yes. Bloodied bronze key. Would that be the key to Olaf's chest? We'll go check that out, and then we'll go play with the golem. So I literally just played a warrior in this one because I'm not a fan of the mage's origin story. Yes. So I opted to go warrior. I don't go rogue because I don't know. I'm not a big rogue fan. We need to level up that one. I already played rogues in games. I think because they're just too squishy for me. Which I know mages are too, but they're a different kind of squishy mages. Continue.
It looks like a golem, doesn't it? An actual golem, and not a statue at all. I wonder how it ended up here of all places.
On closer inspection, you see that the statue is embedded with numerous crystals. Some of them cracked. It may be a dwarven make. Dulfgar. Nothing happens. Apparently either the rod is not working or the code word is incorrect. Well, bugger me then. It's not that one, that one. Now we're gonna find some villagers.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
You know what? When you play this game for a few hours, all you can hear is the Anna going, allow me, I can do that for you, in your head.
It is begun.
It's like a never-ending little cycle.
I shall do it.
Try not to look competent. It's embarrassing. Now we get
Oh, dear me. things will pick up once we start leveling up and start getting some better gear, and once we get some different companions, we will be okay. Until then, we're just gonna have to suffer. Oh yes, health pulses are fantastic. Thank you. Iron ring, I'll take it. Is there anything over here? Allow me, I can do that for you.
I could do that for you.
Every time. Oh, Morrigan's ready to level up. Let's level up Morrigan then. Let's give us some more magic. What have we leveled up so far? So we've done lightning and we've done... The corner cold is really good. So we will level that up as soon as possible. We want to learn some more elements, so we don't just want to have ice. But corner frost is just... It's too good not to get at this point in the game. Save of that, because we're never going back to Lovering now. Yes, please. Take some special brew. And you loot down here. Nope, but there are darkspawn. Oh, we didn't get a lot of stamina there between those fights. We might need to sort out our stamina issue as well. Morgan, what are you doing over here? Like, just fight by yourself. I don't really want to be fighting in... kind of need to focus this emissary. Oh, we've lost Alistair already. Oh god, we lost Liliana. Oh dear, I think we're gonna have to come back into this fight and think about it. We're not doing very well today at all. Right. I kind of didn't see the emissary. For some reason I was blind and I didn't see the emissary at the back. And we need to focus on that. I also need to sort out the team's tactics at some point. Right, so we definitely want to focus this guy and get him out of the fight as fast as possible.
Let's finish this.
It doesn't have the cheese not even there at all. Oh, we froze ourselves. Oh, no. We just messed up again, I think. Massively messed up again.
Could someone stop the bleeding?
We kind of froze our Tell you what, there's no point leaving that the fight out really. We messed up. Maybe we should have done this. Maybe we should have done the circle of mages first. Right. We need a strategy. Last time we ended up freezing the tank, which wasn't very clever. I also need to put some of these onto you guys. And we might have to work out some tactics on you. Let's go for... do you want to go range? This party member prefers ranged weapons and won't attack from arrangement. No. Cautious. This party member will not fight back when attacked in melee combat and will try to run away from enemies if not engaged in combat. That's not very good. If I remember, not attack when enemies are visible and will engage enemies only on the player's command. Let's go aggressive for this one. Let's go range so that she stays out of danger and What we're gonna do is we might go into this fight. Excuse me, what? We might go into this fight playing as Morrigan. we just need to pass this fight, really.
Wipe them out!
Right, we need you to have a health potion now.
I tried to be merciful.
Just keep him frozen so that he stays out the fight, right? Now we want to be focusing this emissary. We want to be keeping Morrigan alive for sure. Let her focus the emissary. Maybe we should just do this play playing as Morrigan, honestly. Potion. Down. Okay, that's good. We've lost Liliana, but we can live with that. We're about to lose Alistair though, so we'll get him to have health potions just to be on the safe side. No, we did it! We did it! We just need to play as Morrigan. Mages are just broken. Absolutely broken. Lesson we learn here, don't let the AI do the mages. You do the mages for the AI. We'll talk to them in a minute. We want to have a look around first. For sure. Get some extra experience from the codexes. What is this? Take the crystal?
By the Maker, we're saved!
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
No, I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Here! Thank the Maker for our luck! But if you weren't sent by someone, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm looking for whoever owned that statue outside.
The statue outside? Why would... Oh, I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for Shale.
It never bodes well when people have that attitude till you come into it. Just walk through it, you know it's fine.
That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
Killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Isles of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais, and what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
Except the rod doesn't work, nothing happens.
My mother might have passed along the wrong command phrase when she sold the rod. She said she never wanted to see Shale active again. Look, I'll tell you the command phrase, but I'll need your help first. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Oh, it's never good when the game saves itself. It's never a good sign.
It shall be done.
Oh, and there's strange noises. Can we make some more health pulses? Oh, we need some flasks. Alright, we'll buy some flasks when we next go near a merchant, because we can make like 17 of them. And I want all 17 of them. Finish the one behind you first. Like, come on.
It shall be done. Don't give them the advantage! Very well.
I'll not be defeated. Sometimes.
It's locked, so get Liliana before she even says it. Before she even says it. Get in there. Oh, what inventory is for? Right, okay, hang on. Let's use some. I mean, why wouldn't it just let me use it? Interesting. Okay, there we go. I'm just used to doing it on the computer. On the PlayStation. What have we got that we don't want then? I mean, we can look at some gear. Oh, that's not as good, so we just get rid of that. Destroy it, please. Do we even need all them daggers, like, honestly? Do we even need what's in here? I don't even know. We want to get rid of one more thing. Get rid of that. Gotta do some major inventory management right now. See, none of these are as good as what we've already got. Ah. Oh, sounds good. Okay. Quickly save so we don't have to do the inventory management again. What's it picking up all these damned things? Just for shield, but we don't have shield yet, so we don't need them right now. Oh, that's Bandit. Welcome, Bandit. I know you're streaming right now, so.
Never climbed a tree. Oh look, someone's come to play. You have come to play, haven't you? We're playing a guessing game. It's better with more people.
Why does she sound Australian? Good, you're safe. Your father was worried.
Father? Oh, you can tell him I'm fine. Maybe he'll come and stay with us, too. Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
Oh no, she sounds American. The cat finds me distracting?
Kitty's clever. She says you want to take me back to my father, but I'm not going. She would be lonely.
You are so kind, Amalia. I would miss you dearly if you left.
See, Kitty's clever. Even the game says Kitty's clever, so I mean... That's not really a cat, is it?
Of course she's a cat. She just talks, that's all.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
I mean, you need to return to your father.
Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now.
I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
I'm not leaving about the girl.
It seems we are at an impasse, so let me propose a compromise of sorts. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place forever.
Let you have the girl, you mean possess her?
That's such a crude way of putting it. I do not wish to harm Amalia. I merely want to see your world through her eyes. Is that so wrong?
Persuade a lie, I'll free you and you can have the girl.
Thank you. You are very gracious. The mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming the wards, but I do not know it. Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
Oh, this is so exciting! Kitty is going to be free!
Yeah, she ain't gonna be
I've always
free,
wanted a
girl.
cat, and Kitty is so perfect and pretty.
She ain't gonna be free. Oh god, I'm casually burning myself. Oh, right. Liliana, what you... Liliana, petal. Whoa. Calm down. Toggle hold.
I like it when Kitty
Right,
sings
hold
to
your
me.
positions, because you guys are gonna get yourselves burnt. Now, I can't remember how to do this. Why is moving? I told you to hold your positions. Like, stop. Okay. My bad.
It shall be done. As you say.
Father doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty.
Oh, wait. I dumbly forgot about... Yeah, I kind of messed up there because I kind of forgot about one of the things.
It is begun.
Kitty says Grandpa Wilhelm locked her up in this room. Isn't that awful?
It shall be done.
Oh, I've messed this up massively already. We all know I don't do puzzles.
Kitty is my best friend.
Kind of want to get like that one down here, maybe. That'd be helpful.
It shall be done. As you say. It is begun.
I was thinking about the sun, silly.
And then from there, we want it to go.
As you say. It shall be done.
Oops. That way, we needed to go up though. We need an up tile.
Tell me a story.
Very well. It shall be done. It is begun. It shall be done.
It shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. Maybe we could
I
just
shall do it.
skip a section by just quickly doing that.
It shall be done.
Oh, it's a flower. Is it a daffodil? I like daffodils.
Girl, what are you talking about?
I shall do it. Very well. I shall do it.
I keep setting myself on fire. It's really inconvenient.
As you say. As you say.
Father
It is
doesn't
begun.
like cats, but he never met Kitty.
Very well.
Oh, that's unfortunate. 'Cause I kind of wanted that tile.
It shall be done.
Although actually,
As you say.
all we need to do now is get that tile up there, so that shouldn't be too bad.
Very well.
Father doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty.
I shall do it. Very well. As you say. It is begun.
We need another one. We've run out. We ran out. One over there. Can we get that one?
I shall do it.
Unless we simply... Yeah, we could actually just,
I was thinking about the sun, silly.
Very well.
You can just move this all along a little bit.
It is begun. It shall be done. I shall do it.
I want to get that
He's my best friend.
As you say. It shall be done.
Tell me a story.
Very well.
Oh, post up accident. Eventually we're gonna get there, guys.
Begun. Very well.
Oh, that's like really close.
Father doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty.
But now I've got it further away again. I did not like these kinds of puzzles. I did not like them. Because I see what I want to do and then I realize that I'm getting it too far away.
I shall do it.
I just want to move that one, really.
It is begun. Very well.
There we go. There we go. Took us long enough, but we did it.
I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
Oh dear. I said I'd free you, didn't say I'd let you live.
Betrayal! You will not take the girl. She is mine.
Kitty! You're scaring me! I won't let you inside me! I won't!
She's a lady. Oh, whoa, whoa, she's a lady. Oh, yeah. Morgan disapproves massively. Liliana approves. Alistair approves, so it's fine. Oh my god. Oh my dear lord. What is going on? Just... Alright, let... You take a health potion. You didn't drink it, did you? Oh, you did. You definitely take that. Right, you. Smorgan! Hey, Dad's Play, how are you doing? And welcome to the stream.
As you wish.
The stream where we fail. Oh, no, we need to... we need some serious management of our inventory, that's for certain. We are just full of rubbish. Which, thinking about it, I should have sold it, but I didn't. So rip my life. Now we're gonna face the consequences. Let's take this stuff, and I believe that helmet is much better than ours. It's a shame because I kind of want to keep it for later, but everything levels up with you in this. Restriction mage, well that's perfect because she can have it. Boom. And now Liliana's ready to level up. I'm also going to level up on Liliana again, dexterity. Level that up. We need tactic slots on the NPC characters. Yes. I'm good, thank you, Dad's Play. I am playing one of my favorite games of all time, so I'm always happy when I play Dragon Age. Doesn't matter whether people are watching or not, I'm always happy playing this series. I'm very excited to play through, like, all three of them again. I'm most excited, believe it or not, to play the second one, which is a bit odd because that one's the one that I played the least.
It is begun.
I mean, actually, is it? I've only completed Inquisition twice, but that's not because Inquisition isn't good. Because it's my favorite. It's actually my favorite one now. It's more to do with the fact that Inquisition is long. So it's a lot longer than the others, so it takes a little bit longer to finish. Oh yeah, we needed to move freely. I forgot about that. I was wondering why is my character fighting by herself? Because I forgot that I'd put these on stationary for a bit. But the second one, I didn't play it very much. I've never done the DLC for the second one either. Whereas all the others have done the DLCs. I'm very excited to revisit the second one because I can't remember it that well.
As you say.
So I'm super excited to go back and see what it's all about.
It is begun.
One thing I love about this game, you don't even need to pick a mage. If you don't want to pick a mage, don't pick one. You can just play one later anyway. Because you can just play Morrigan.
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
I'm sorry I ran away, Daddy. I was so scared.
It's all right, Butterfly. You're safe now. All the bad creatures are gone. The phrase to activate Shale is Doolan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you. Now we should go, and quickly. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
I highly recommend you play them Dad's Play. I mean, this one's fairly dated now, I will admit. Like, it's harder to go back to it than it used to be. Like, when I first had it and I was playing it, I could play this game again and again and again and not be bothered by it. Now I find it a bit harder going back to this one. Especially because I played it on console, now I'm playing it on PC, and the PC does seem slightly harder. But they're definitely worth it. If you like RPGs and you like fantasies, these are the way to go.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
Hello to you too.
I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Oh, you poor dear. That would be really, really boring.
And the villagers had no idea they were being watched. Creepy.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't.
Thanks so much, Dad's Play. We really appreciate it.
You to stretch your legs, Gollum.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Not all of them, no.
Some got away, then. How unfortunate.
You didn't care for them, man. I take it.
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace.
Could you imagine being stuck? I still forgot to take Bandit the stream of Streamlabs. Eventually I remember to do it. Could you imagine being stuck? Like... oh my god. I'll bet.
Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command?
Why are you calling me it?
Entrenched sense of perversity. The last one who held that damnable rod used to call me Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Something wrong?
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
Alright, walk over there.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is... broken?
Shouldn't you be happy about that?
I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means... I have free will, yes? It is simply... What should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought.
I see. Wonderful. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
You're welcome to come with me.
Are you certain you want to bring that thing with us? It could be dangerous and large.
Think of it as a portable battering ram.
Good point. Better it than me, anyhow.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
I'm Clara. Pleased to meet you.
This should be interesting.
Oh, we do like to,
Blood and damnation.
Indeed.
Yes.
Let's go with Shale. Shale's very handy. I like Shale. Alistair disapproves though. Ah, Alistair. Now we can actually use some of our rocks. So basically with Shale, you have different crystals that obviously provide different protections based on where you are. And you can also do different damage. So if you've got enemies that's weak to fire, use the fire one. If you've got, you know, ones that's weak to lightning, use the lightning one. So it's a bit... put that one on. Yeah, it's really cool because you can adapt Shale to any situation, really. It's quite handy. Wait. Why is there a doorway there that we... It's another way into the cellar, apparently. Oh no, not the chicken. I love that bit. So we'll go back to camp to sell some of our stuff. And we can also use this as a chance to do some more dialogue. Oh,
You look like a woman.
got no choice about that one. I'm a woman.
You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Why not?
Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight.
That's not a very comprehensive list.
The laborers, soldiers, and Ashkari are men. There is nothing else left.
That's not universal truth. Some women fight.
Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense.
They don't wish to be men. They wish to be women who fight.
Do they also wish to live on the moon? That's as attainable.
I'm a woman and I'm fighting.
One of those things can't be true. A person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf, he doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
But a person can choose what to do.
Can they? We'll see.
Sten disapproves. I always find it hard making friends with Sten. He's quite... Qunari are quite difficult to talk to. If you don't know anything about Qunari, they have this like collective ideal and they're very strict.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
So it can be quite difficult to
I'm sure you'll be pleased with
to
the
get
goods
Sten on
my
your side.
boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Because most conversations just go around in circles with him. Right. Let's sell some stuff, because I don't really want to just toss it all away when I can sell it. Sell. Sell it. Oh, that's better than what I've got now, so we'll keep that. Have we got anything? I don't really use these, to be honest. So we'll get rid of them. Our inventory is still really, really full. It's because of all the gifts that we're currently carrying. What gifts have we got? Can't remember if that goes to Liliana or not.
Oh, how dear of you.
Apparently it
Thank you
does, because
so
she's happy
much.
about it. I know who the alcohol goes to. Right, well, let's have a come back. Since we're back in camp, we shall talk to some people. Already talked to her. I'm about to talk to him. Where's Shale? I talked to Shale.
I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
No, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
Well, that was easy approval. What's with the heavy size?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
Glad to know you care, at least.
It's true. One single tear, and then it's off to the north, I think. Or maybe west. I haven't decided. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
I would have expected golems to be different.
Different? Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, Master, I exist to serve the Master. I shall kill for the Master and only for the Master. Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering pigeons in creative and invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them. Why? Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
I have no idea what golems sound like.
I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my free will. This is a good thing.
I agree, being a golem would be handy.
Imagine the benefits. No need to eat or sleep or perform other functions. Walk underwater, crush the heads of every opponent. The possibilities are limitless. Barring the occasional 30 years or so of paralysis, there's little to compare. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
I love Shield. Shield is like probably the best thing that they did to this game. Hands down. Is that all the dialogue options with Shield?
It doesn't have better things to do.
Oh no, we've got plenty. I'm told you killed your former master.
Oh, how interesting. Certainly I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague.
Vague but not non-existent.
Clever and true. Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall. My former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells, and then the crystals. He was very eager to alter my function, I think.
Alter you, why you're fine as you are.
Flattery, and obvious flattery too. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not command me to, no matter how I might have wished to. So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then nothing.
What do you remember next?
And then he was gone. I was standing where I was, in the village, and I could no longer move. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me. So they simply left me. And in time, I forgot I hadn't stood there all along.
That must have been terrible, I'm sorry.
In fact, at first, I found it more of a relief. For so many years, I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The gall! At first, I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. After years passed, I simply stopped caring.
Sounds like you had a good rest.
I think I was ready to move on. Another few years and the moss would have covered my face. And then where would I have been? Whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, for which I should be thankful, yes? And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much.
Sounds good to me.
The things that it fights, and it fights things often, that is a different story. Let us get back to the walking and the fighting. My stone is beginning to itch again.
12! Sheila proves 12. Oh my god. How much does Sheila prove now? Wow, we're quite far up with Sheila already.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I have decided that it is not much like any of them.
Because I'm not human.
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
Sure, lineage elves are just better that way.
Then that must be it. The humans have always spoken about elves being inferior, but obviously this is their own stupidity talking. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
And we wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, Let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought. It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do.
How did you end up in Honolulu, do you remember?
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum, snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
I would have thought you'd enjoy scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into
Hello,
paste.
Zarin. How are you
And
doing
then
today,
ripped
man?
down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Ugh.
Do you remember anything before Honolulu?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
You didn't like this Wilhelm, I take it?
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much, his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
So I sold it, I believe.
Hag.
Why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve. Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Alright, so... Are you going to skill that? I'm alright, thank you, Zarin. So I understand that, like I've said before, this part of the game is probably the bit that most people don't want to watch. Well, some of you might enjoy getting to know the companions, but it does, it can drag on a bit.
Anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Because in this game...
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I...
Oh, shut up. We've heard that so many times already. This game, it's, oh, we need to buy quite a few of these, to be honest. I don't want to buy 90 and do. So the thing is that in this one, you're always in camp talking to these people, and you're just standing stock still talking to them, so it can drag on a little bit. Whereas in later games, you're actually doing stuff like there's cutscenes, and you find that you don't talk to them as much. So it doesn't quite drag on as much. So what we're going to try and do is, like, after missions, we'll keep going back to camp and, like, spending time with one companion at a time to, like, build up the relationships, but not spend too long sitting there doing it. Oh dear, it's this encounter again. Could just freeze absolutely everybody. I mean, we only froze our ally. Perfect. Oh, Morrigan's down. That is not good. Why didn't he drink the potion that I gave him?
I need help.
Oh, there's Bandit again. Hang on.
Have you no concern for your own existence?
Sorry, the doggo was getting up to mischief.
Is it just me?
Oh, the doggo's still getting up to mischief. Right. What's that person shouting R for?
I shall do it. It is begun.
Oh, whilst we're here, we can make the
As you say.
potions actually. Because we need a lot of these. Sorted. So we're gonna do the. So and there's no way I'm gonna get through this tower in one sit. And there's a reason why I'm taking Alistair as well instead of Shale, because I love Shale, but there is definitely a reason why we're taking Alistair. There's no way we're gonna get through this tonight, but we can start it. I like to get this one out of the way because it's my least favorite.
Mother and I?
Oh,
Apostates? Truly, it boggles the mind.
I was expecting some banter there, and that's all we got. Okay. Interesting banter on that one.
As you say.
But my inventory is just still full.
Overpriced swill.
It shall be done.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Just robbing the place blind in front of everybody. Insufficient skill. That's unfortunate.
What are you looking at? Can a man drink in peace?
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Why is the thing called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said. Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money. My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling in. The name stuck. That's the story. Of course. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
Was there not a quest that we had here? I don't know. Yeah. Samuel, rather. Need to find someone called Samuel.
Good day.
Well, it might be in the pub.
It is begun.
But apparently not. I don't know if we want to be dealing with the shady thugs. So currently they're not bothering us, so it's a bit interesting.
Wow, I've never seen one of you knife ears dressed like the King of Ferelden before. You made good for yourself, eh?
Who are you?
I'm the ferryman. Leastwise, I used to be. Poor old Kester. Out of a job.
So I can't get across?
Gregor just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester. We got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then he puts Carol in charge of my boat. Lissy. Named for my grandmum, she was.
Who's Gregor? Gregor?
He's Knight Commander of the Templars up in the tower. Good man.
Is there no way for me to get to the tower?
You could try swimming, but I don't recommend it. Nasty things in that lake. I reckon it's all them potions they dump in there. Gregor's told me to stay here till it blows over, but I'm telling you, some storms don't blow over easy.
I could convince the Templars let me in.
Maybe you could at that. I'm sure your mind's all afire now, eh? You go on ahead then. They were nice talking to you.
That's the weirdest way to spell Gregor I've ever seen in my life.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
How can I help you?
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at these requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
More busybody quests. Busybody?
Very well.
Busybody quests. That's what it is. Places of power, hear me and obey my power. Winning, I Grubbelish the epithet. Require reconnection to the mystic places I've left behind. Be the bearer of this note shall travel to these places and trace upon them my personal glyphs, claiming their eldritch energies for my own. You'll come upon sites of mystic power in the ancient places of the world. The Brazilian forest, the deep roads, the heart of Denerim, and near the base of the Circle Tower. Alright. Careless accusations, activities of the Maleficarum on my doorstep did not go unnoticed. Now I'm in danger of being brought before the Templars myself. I shall band off drifters claim to have seen me practicing forbidden arts, and they have left to live a testimony of my alleged deeds of Chantry. I asked the Mages Collective to find and stop these false witnesses. By means necessary, they were traveling along the road from Lovren to Denerim. Okay, so I guess we just bump into them when we're traveling around. There comes a time in each young mage's life that he must strike forth from beneath the shadow of his mentor. For my 3 young and unremarkable apprentices, this time is now. He who accepts this calling takes it upon himself to deliver documents of congratulations to my apprentices, will no doubt be uninformed as to the contents of the missive. Apprentices' names are Stark, Alina, and Chef, I've clearly sent them away from my board so that they may receive this information in a public place, thus guaranteeing the safety of my willing courier. You'll find 2 of them in Denerim, the other is procuring a slightly rare item from Osmar. Alright, we'll not be doing that for a while. My brother's killer? My god, there's so many quests. My worst fears have been realized. A band of devilish Maleficarum are performing their profane rituals within close proximity to my own sanctum. This cannot stand. I, Jubbastow, charge he who accepts this request to destroy the fiends before their evil brings unwanted attention from either Templars or demons to my back. No travel to the Brazilian forest. Okay, that's Brazilian forest. A disaster. So consumed have I been in my personal projects that I've neglected to collect vital components of the herbal remedy I use to sharpen my mind for thoughts of the other world. Without it, I'm ruined. I'll humbly reward any who bring me 10 bundles of different mushrooms, just as I can continue on my quest for enlightenment with a clear mind and fewer bouts of drowsiness and indigestion. May he who accepts this request, he shall wish his nerves to make them. Okay. Have I not got those mushrooms yet?
As you say.
Good to see you again.
Guess not. Right. So we've now got a whole bunch of quests. Have we not got those deep mushrooms? Oh, I've only got 7. Oh, we're close. We are close. So yeah, the side quests get better after this game as well. This game didn't have the best side quests.
What business would the mighty Grey Wardens have with a man like me?
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars.
Oh? What was this about?
They stole supplies from the guild. Oh, I'm here to bring you in for desertion.
Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
I guess this one's going to end in violence.
It is begun.
I will not fail. No quarter shall be given.
Okay, done with you now.
Oh, well done, Zarin. 26 eggs, that's great.
You ever wonder why the Grey built the tower out in the middle of
You
the
should run while you can.
I love it. Halfway through combat, Alistair is talking about the scenery. Oops.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
I'm a Grey Warden and I seek the assistance of the mages.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
I have these documents here.
Yes. Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
I think you're a sassy little bastard. Not much, you're obviously a Templar.
And if you can't prove you're who you say you are, I'm not letting you in. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
The spirit won't like that you've given me trouble.
Oh, really? You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Grinding peppercorns with 2 stones. Damn, that must take a lot of work. Yes, he'd be very mad if you don't let me in.
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
Yes, please do.
Come along, I suppose.
So we're gonna save the there's obviously end game DLC, but we're gonna save the in-game DLC till later to use that as like extra leveling up before the final showdown.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
What's going on here?
We're dealing with a very delicate situation. You must leave for your own safety.
I seek the mage's help to defeat the Darkspawn.
I am weary of the Grey Warden's ceaseless need for men to fight the Darkspawn, but it is their right. You'll find no allies here. The Templars can spare no men, and the mages are indisposed. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls. The circle is lost. The tower has fallen.
What can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
The right of annulment?
The right of annulment gives Templars the authority to neutralize the Mage Circle. Completely.
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations remaining in there must be dealt with, no matter what.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
So how does The Witcher rate this series? I think that's all personal opinion. This series hasn't done as well as The Witcher, but I prefer Dragon Age to The Witcher, to be fair. Mostly just because I like the companion mechanics. I like the fact that it's a little bit more light-hearted. I enjoy the combat a bit more than The Witcher. And I guess I've got a lot of nostalgia value for the Dragon Age series as well, just because it is one of the RPGs that really got me heavily into RPGs in the first place. Obviously this one's a bit dated now, but story-wise I still prefer it to The Witcher, but it is quite dated. There must be another way.
If there was, do you not think I would have chosen it? There are only abominations left in this tower. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
I'll look for survivors.
I assure you, an abomination is a force to be reckoned with, and you will face more than one.
I must try it. Is the right thing to do.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
Alright, so we're gonna go and help the mages. It's funny when it doesn't know the mages in this series are very close to the what they call the Fade, and that's how demons get through.
Have you ever seen an abomination?
My wounds!
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Do you need help?
We need the abominations and demons out of this place, if that's what you mean. If you have anything to trade, that would be helpful too.
Alright, let's trade. we could definitely do that. We want to buy these. Because this is a long fight that we definitely need to be prepared for. And also we'll get some loot, so we don't want to be carrying all the stuff around with us when we can get the loot. I don't think there's anything else we can really sell. We're just so full of stuff. Have you got anything better though? Oh my god, that looks so good. But like, that is so expensive. We are not even anywhere near that. Holy shit. Alright. If you love RPGs, I'd definitely recommend this one.
Be on your guard.
As I recall, shutting his door and throwing away the key was definitely the Templar plan B.
I'll do it.
Take that. Now there is something very important that we need to get from inside the mage's circle. Not just deep mushrooms for that quest. I might not manage to do every side quest in this game. Like those little... Oh?
A witch of the Kokari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
There we go, a bit of banter there. And also I'm sorry for the doggo. As well.
I am ready.
I'm not ready. Not ready at all.
It is begun.
I'm sorry if I am really looking super closely at everything in the tower. It's because there is a very, very specific item which is very important to find because you can't get it again later. And it's hiding away in this tower somewhere, and I can't remember exactly where.
It's you. No, come no further. Grey Warden or no, I will strike you down where you stand.
Witten, what are you doing here?
I am a mage of the Circle. More importantly, why are you here? The Templars would not let just anyone by.
I'm helping Gregor resolve the Circle's difficulties.
Then you do serve the Templars, as I feared. Do they have the right of annulment?
No, but Gregor expects it to arrive soon.
So Gregor thinks the Circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the right, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
What happened here?
Let it suffice to say that we had something of a revolt on our hands, led by a mage named Uldred. When he returned from the battle at Ostagar, he tried to take over the Circle. As you can see, it didn't work out as he had planned. I don't know what became of Uldred, but I am certain all this is his doing. I will not lose the Circle to one man's pride and stupidity.
So what do you intend?
I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this Circle.
Very well, I'll help you.
Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable.
Then we should set off immediately.
You want us to assist this preachy schoolmistress to rescue these pathetic excuses for mages? They allow themselves to be corralled like cattle, mindless. Now their masters have chosen death for them, and I say, let them have it.
Oh, Morgan. She doesn't like the Circle of Mages at all, but neither do I, to be fair. Like, the whole Circle to me is very corrupt and, just not a very good system. You could have been one of them if things were different.
If that was so, why, I am sure I would have flung myself from the top of this tower years ago. I will allow neither mind nor body be subjugated in such a dehumanizing fashion.
Not everyone is like you.
And that is made abundantly clear. Look at how they live. Servants of the Chantry. They lack respect for themselves and their own power. Why should I respect them?
Oh, we don't want to say that one.
Of course I am right. Save her. Save them all from this half-life.
Your advisor is an apostate. You are more dangerous than I imagined.
I think we
will enter this tower over my dead body.
Morgan.
We will give you your wish, old woman.
No, we won't. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We don't... I don't know what happened there, because that's never happened to me before. I'm guessing...
I wish this were over.
I'm guessing Morrigan was
I don't know how much longer we'll last. Yes. Would you like to trade?
I'm guessing we shouldn't have brought Morrigan with us. So I'm sorry about that one. I don't want to make this playthrough where we do stuff like that. Oh, did I not save it for a while? Man. I didn't expect that conversation to go down that way. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this, and I can't remember that ever happening, because I'm sure I brought Morrigan here before and never had any problems like that.
It is begun.
I was just expecting I would say this is, you know, whatever, and that would be that. I didn't expect a big fight to break out. And I know it's a bit cheeky to load a save there, but I wasn't prepared to continue the game with that route. Not one little bit. Even if it is breaking the rules slightly.
It's you. I am a mage of the Circle.
Then you do serve the Templars, as I feared. They abandoned us to our fate. But I don't know what became of Uldred. But you will not be able to enter the tower as long as the... Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his...
They allow themselves to be corralled like cattle.
Petra,
But just ignore Morrigan.
Look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wyn, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm.
Have faith for you on that, Phil.
Your confidence is refreshing, though you should make sure it does not blind you to your weaknesses. If you are ready, let us go end this.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I don't know. See, I want to have the two mages because I think it's very useful to have two mages, but I do also like Alistair's reactions through this bit. And I can see our approval rating with Morrigan going down massively throughout this quest, which we don't really want.
Blast and damnation. Indeed.
Yes.
For story purposes, we're gonna go with Alistair. It's probably not the best choice composition-wise, because having Morrigan would be better. But story-wise, it's better.
It is good to see that some wardens survived. We are sorry for the loss of your comrades.
As I escaped.
We heard about Loghain. I would never have imagined the Terran a traitor.
How did you find out?
Wyn was at Ostagar. She told us everything upon her return. But why speak of things past? Be careful in there, and stay safe.
Look after her, will you?
You sound a little worried.
I don't know if she's up to this, especially not after... I just worry.
Not after what?
I was on my way down to the library when I heard screaming, and a demon came around the corner. Its eyes were afire with evil. I was certain it was my death come upon me. I think I screamed. I was so afraid. And then Wyn was there, in front of me, shielding me. It was light and fire, blood and chaos. When it was over, the demon was dead, but Wyn wasn't moving either. I was so afraid she was... gone.
What happened then?
As I moved to help her, she stirred and coughed. I don't know what I would have done if she had died. For me.
I probably couldn't have survived without her.
I owe her too much. Just look after her, all right? She might be completely fine, but then again, maybe she didn't come away from that totally unharmed.
Don't worry, she'll be safe with me.
Thank you. And thank you again for helping us.
Alright, but I think that's everything in this room that we can look at.
Here we are. I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having kept it in place this long.
You did what you had to do, Wyn.
It made me very weary at times, but I had to stay strong to keep us safe. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier. Are you ready?
I'm ready to destroy the barrier.
All right. Be on your guard.
Alright. So I feel like this might be a good place to leave it. I know this is quite a short episode, but I don't want to go partway through the tower and then stop. Whereas here, it means that at the start of next episode, we can go through the whole tower and then end the next episode with some camp, I think. It's a camp. It sounds so wrong, ending it with some camp. So thank you everyone who's been watching. I'm sorry for the fails at the beginning of this. It's always weird when I come back to this game and I haven't played it for a while. I think it's because I've been playing Greedfall and Skyrim, where you don't have to think about what you're doing. In this game, you do have to think about it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time. I know I said I'm going to start doing raids, but I don't think there's that many of us here to actually raid right now. So we might start that at another time. But other than that, doodles!